Hey, what's happening, Discoveries? Made the Guy01, and welcome to this week's versus episode on the Walkthrough channel. This week, it's the Rated R Superstar Edge against Kofi Kingston. We actually don't really have that much to talk about this week. We had a couple birthdays this week. Kofi Kingston's being on August 14th. He turned 42. It was Paige's, aka Saraya. Isn't that how you say the name, Saraya? Her birthday on August 17th, she turned 31. And this week also marks the 25th anniversary of Edge's debut in WWE. So WWE's been doing stuff about Edge all week on all of their social media stuff. So let's jump right into Raw. This is most likely going to be a pretty quick episode because, like I said, there's not a lot to talk about. Just a lot of matches, really. So Sami Zayn beat JD McDonough. Yeah, I remember how that feud's going on. Well, it continued on Raw. And a good match. I mean, it was a good match, but, I mean... moving on with Raw, Chad Gable beat Giovanni Vinci in order to build up hype for his Intercontinental Championship match against Gunther. I think it's next week on Raw it's happening. I don't remember if they're doing it on Raw or if they're doing it for a pay-per-view. They should save it for the pay-per-view. That'd be a great pay-per-view match, but they might just do it on free TV, who knows. Basically, Gunther was upset with Vinci losing, so then went and challenged Otis, and then beat him before staring down Chad Gable to end the segment. Gable actually ended up taking down Gunther at the end after Gunther beat Otis, so that was cool to see. Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle beat the Viking Raiders, continuing the eternal tradition of random singles competitors beating established tag teams. We see it again later on SmackDown. Ooh. Rhea Ripley beat Indy Hartwell in a non-title match. Afterwards, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell attacked Rhea. So Rhea Ripley's finally got someone standing up to her, it looks like. We'll see how long that lasts, especially considering who it is. Seth Rollins confronted Shinsuke Nakamura about basically Nakamura attacking him at the end of the show last week. Basically saying if you wanted a title shot, all you had to do was ask before giving him a title shot, without question, really. Nakamura thanked Seth Rollins by attacking him once again. I don't know, I found that kind of funny. Becky Lynch faced Trish Stratus in a match that was supposed to happen at SummerSlam, but got cut for time. The match happened on Raw this past week, and yeah, if this was the match that they were going to do at SummerSlam, maybe it's a good idea that they cut it. Basically, they fought out to ringside and both got counted out. They continued fighting outside the ring, into the crowd, before Zoe Stark came out to help Trish Stratus beat down Becky Lynch. So much for that feud ending at SummerSlam. Looks like we still got a few more weeks of that. The final match of the night, a match that was basically set up in the opening segment of the show. Cody Rhodes beat Finn Balor. Afterwards, Sami Zayn came down to help Cody fight off the Judgment Day. Didn't work. The Judgment Day beat down Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn, putting Zayn through a table to close out the show. I think I said this before, either last week or 2 weeks ago, but it's nice to see these moments of dominance from the Judgment Day before their inevitable split, especially since, you got Damian Priest as Mr. Money in the Bank, Rhea Ripley as a women's champion. Everyone's basically already been elevated. Everyone who's needed to be elevated has already been elevated through being with that group. And once you get to that point with the stable in pro wrestling, the split's coming. They basically wait for everyone to be established as stars, and then they split them. It's like, okay, they hit each other's strengths, now they're able to go out on their own. So it's nice to see them have these moments of being a dominant team before you see them split up. Oh, hello. Yeah, right up in my face. No. Oh, no, you don't. Hey-ya. Moving on with SmackDown, LA Knight faced Austin Theory for a chance at Rey Mysterio's United States title. Right when the match started, The Miz came out and ended up distracting LA Knight and costing him the win, giving Theory the win and the shot at the US title. This was actually kind of nice to see, continuing kind of two stories here. Austin Theory, going after Rey Mysterio in the US title, and then The Miz and LA Knight continuing their feud, which should be really fun to see. Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair beat Bayley and Io Sky. Remember that thing I said about singles people beating teams? Yep, here it is again. This one's a bit more understandable because Damage Control has never really functioned as a tag team, more of just a group of singles competitors, so that one felt okay, but it also feels weird because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was Io Sky's first match as women's champion, and it's a tag team match, and she loses. At least she wasn't the one pinned, it was Bayley who got pinned. So, you protect Sky in that way, and also, again, continue the idea of Bayley, trying to stay in charge of Io Sky and, be the leader of Damage Control while basically being the weakest member of the team. We'll see how they, build upon that in the coming weeks. The Street Profits beat Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows in a nice showing. Again, trying to establish them as a dominant tag team instead of the lighthearted baby faces, trying to create them or show them as a force to be reckoned with. And I think they actually did a pretty good job with this match in doing that. And the final match of the night was a match that WWE has been hyping up for the last week. Edge versus Sheamus in what was basically all but outright stated to be Edge's last match. And you know what? If this was his last match, it was a good one. They gave them plenty of time. They got to put on a pay-per-view quality of a match on free TV. It is a little weird, I would say, for Sheamus to be Edge's last opponent. I know people like John Cena, they're out in Hollywood. Orton's out with an injury. Undertaker's retired. These are the people that you kind of associate as, Edge's rivals. Sheamus, not really. But, you know what? You can kind of forgive that with the quality of the match, which Edge ended up winning. Which, again, it's nice to see him. If this is his last match, it is nice to see him go out on a win. And it's nice to see him go out on such a good match, too. That's another thing. Crap. Oh, no, you don't. Okay. Come here. So yes, Edge beat Sheamus in what could very well be his last match. That seemed to be kind of what they were hyping up throughout this whole week. Not just the 25th anniversary of Edge, but also him possibly being done. Because Edge's contract is actually coming up with his current deal. and it has not been confirmed if he is going to resign yet. So basically, it's all but confirmed that Edge is basically just going to finish out his contract and basically retire again, this time for good. But again, it's, you know, a lot better than his last retirement, where he basically had to just stop after a mediocre match because his neck was so bad. But at least this time he's going out on his own terms and going out after a great match, which is what someone like Edge deserves. Ooh, man. Here we go. Alright, let's finish this. Canadian Destroyer. And that was it for SmackDown. Like I said, not really a lot of stuff going on. It was really just matches, which, you know, I prefer that over just a bunch of talking segments. I've said that before plenty of times. Boom. Count it. There you go. Took 2 to get it done, but we did it. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I make videos all the time. Stay tuned for next week's Versus, and next week when we continue our Batman Arkham Asylum walkthrough. If you guys saw this last episode, you kind of know how this series is going so far. Lots of long episodes. We haven't hit the 1 hour mark yet, but we've gotten close. I won't be surprised. I think I said this in that video that I kind of messed up how I broke up those episodes. I messed that up early on. And really the only way to fix it is either to do one episode that's really short, like less than 15 minutes, or do one that's really long, like maybe hit that 1 hour mark if not over. I don't really want to do that because, one, I feel like a video shorter than 15 minutes on that game is not enough, and then one that's over an hour long is way too much. But I don't know. We'll see what I do. We'll see how it goes, where the breaks are. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Guy01 and the Rated R Superstar Edge, signing out. Bye, guys.